Hey everybody, it's Crystal B, and I want to talk to you about something very momentous that's going to be happening on May 13th, 2021. This is going to be Jupiter's ingress into the sign of Pisces. For those of you that don't know, Jupiter has been traveling fast and furiously through the innovative and think outside the box sign of Aquarius all of 2021. But on May 13th, he's going to start dipping his toes and swimming in the seas of Pisces until we get to the end of July, July 28th. Now, what does this mean? Well, number one, one of Jupiter's happiest places is actually in the sign of Pisces. The last time he was in the sign of Pisces was 2010. So it's important to kind of think back to what you were doing in that time period, because those themes of that nature may come into a repeat, and not necessarily in the same way, but it will take on a new flavor because we're 12 years, fast forward 12 years. But Jupiter loves being in Pisces. And, this is a place where he's really going to be able to be expansive, where, a lot of us, there's so much energy in the air where people are really trying to push the envelope, where they want to push the bounds, where they want to, go bigger, go wider. And Jupiter going into Pisces is really going to help us do that. Now, again, we're only getting a little bit of a preview because Jupiter is only going to be testing the waters for a few months, from middle May until the end of July. And then he's going to come back into Aquarius and not come back into Pisces for good until December 28th, at the tail end of 2021. Something that's really useful though with this information is to see what you end up doing from middle May until the end of July. Like, it could really be, it's not going to be 100% like it's going to be in 2022, but it could really be insightful and give you some signs, give you some hints as to things that are going to be taking place in your life come next year. But there's always some, hints. And, this is another kind of marker that things are looking better for us. Jupiter in Pisces operates really well. Jupiter in Pisces wants to party. It wants to, let loose and have fun. I think so many of us have been behind locked doors for so long that people are really looking for ways to escape. Travel is starting to come back. Jupiter in Pisces loves to travel. It also really loves to, and find ways to escape. And this could be for good and for bad. So you want to be careful to, I'm sure you want to party, but don't party too hard. Because some of us could end up getting a little bit carried away under the Jupiter in Pisces enchantment, because it is very enchanting. I think it's going to be really good for love. I foresee lots of summer romances coming out of this. You also tend to, wear rose-colored glasses. Pisces is very, and I'm a Pisces, so I say this with love. Like, you can see the good in everything, but I would just caution you to make sure that you're not getting too carried away with the good. Make sure that you're being mindful of all the full picture. Another thing is that the legalization of marijuana, this is another thing, traits or ideas or discussions or maybe even regulations about the continued legalization. These discussions may continue to ramp up. The cruising market, I know I have been watching this. I always knew that cruising was going to come back. And I believe that Jupiter going into the sign of the ocean is certainly going to give us some good insight as to what the cruising industry is going to be doing, what it has up its sleeve. I think 2022 is going to be a major year for cruising, but I think that we really start to see some evidence of that as we head into middle May until the end of July. So if you're involved, you love to cruise, if you are in that industry, I know it's taken a lot of heat, a lot of pressure, but you are going to come back stronger and bigger and better than ever. I have no doubt. Another thing to just kind of keep in mind is that, and this is not until 2022, and it will be a really big 2022 discussion, but something to just keep, your eye on as you kind of get some previews into this Jupiter and Pisces. Neptune is also in Pisces. So in 2022, Jupiter and Neptune are going to collide. They're going to make a collision. And this is really going to be incredibly inspirational. It's going to be, like a lot of energy that wants us to get spiritual, that wants us to get more woke, that wants us to really find sources, new sources to feed our soul. And I really believe that there's going to be a greater call for spirituality. And spirituality comes in all shapes and sizes, right? Religion has been changing, and I'm not here to discuss religion in any way, shape, or form, but we all need something to believe in. So whether you become more spiritual or more religious or whatever, however you want to describe it, I think that all of us are looking for new sources of how to find inspiration and how to feed our energy and believing in there's something better. And I truly believe that Jupiter and Pisces is going to help us do that. So again, watch what happens middle May. May 13th is when big old Jupiter changes. I think that's going to be a very important transition whenever an outer planet, especially one with as big of an energy as Jupiter, makes a change. It really is going to, we're going to be seeing some headlines in our personal lives, but also out, in the collective as well. And then he's going to be in Pisces all the way through the end of July. And then he goes back into Aquarius so we can finish out some innovation and experimentation. And then Jupiter will pop in at the end of the year, December 28th, back into Pisces for good, where he will, spend the most amount of time in 2022. All right, everybody, I have more information in my member horoscopes. Also, the 2021 guide that I wrote. That there's a lot of information there about Jupiter in Pisces. So check out either one of those things. Good luck with where the magical twist takes you, because that's what I think of when I think of Pisces, a little bit of magic. So, be on the lookout for it, and I hope it serves you well. All right, everybody, bye-bye.